Intro hook. Visual, ominous stock footage of world leaders shaking hands, digital currency, and surveillance cameras. Voiceover. What if I told you that a 2,500-year-old prophecy is playing out right before our eyes? That the global shifts in power, economy, and control aren't random, but part of a grand design? Stick around, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see the world, and your future. Act 1, Setup, the Prophecy of the Four Kings. Visual, ancient scrolls, biblical imagery, world map transitions to modern cityscapes. Voiceover. In the book of Daniel, an ancient prophecy speaks of four kings who will rise and shape the world before a final, decisive shift in power. Many scholars and analysts believe that we are living in the very era where the prophecy is being fulfilled. But who are these kings? And what does it mean for you and your financial future? Visual, the statue from Nebuchadnezzar's dream, transitioning into present-day world leaders. Voiceover. Some say these kings represent historic empires, the Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, and Romans. Others argue they symbolize modern superpowers shifting control over the global economy. The real question is, are we at the final stage? And if so, what comes next? Pause for effect. Act 2, Confrontation, the New World Order unfolding. Visual, news clips of economic downturns, digital currencies, social unrest, AI, and automation. Voiceover. Right now, we are witnessing a shift unlike anything before. The rise of digital currencies, centralized control of wealth, and mass surveillance all align with what many believe is the emergence of a new world order. But here's where it gets interesting. Visual, stock markets flashing, inflation graphs, elite meetings. Voiceover, the financial elite are playing chess while the rest of the world plays checkers. And if you don't understand what's happening, you risk being a pawn in their game. Could it be that we are seeing the final reign of the fourth king, the transition to a new global system? Visual, cut to a humorous pattern interrupt, maybe a clip of someone confused, like, wait, what does that mean for me? Voiceover, good question. And this is where you need to pay attention. Because if history has taught us anything, it's that when major shifts happen, the ones who are prepared don't just survive. They thrive. 3. Resolution, what this means for you. Visual, footage of people making wise financial moves, investing, preparing for change. Voiceover, here's the reality, wealth isn't disappearing. It's shifting. Those who understand the game will position themselves ahead of the storm. And those who don't? Well, let's just say history hasn't been kind to them. Visual, strong imagery of gold, crypto, and alternative investments. Voiceover, if the global financial system is moving toward more control and centralization, the smart move is decentralization. Assets like gold, crypto, and real estate are the safety nets of the future. So ask yourself, are you preparing for what's coming, or are you waiting to be caught off guard? Visual, dramatic pause, zooming into a countdown timer on a digital screen. Voiceover, because the clock is ticking, and you don't want to wake up one day realizing you were too late. Call to action. Visual, confident entrepreneurs, wealth builders, people making financial moves. Voiceover, so what's your next move? If you want to stay ahead, hit that subscribe button. In the next video, I'll break down exactly how to protect and grow your wealth in times of uncertainty. Don't miss it, because knowledge isn't just power, it's profit. Visual, fade to black with the words, the future belongs to those who prepare.